Told you guys we're going to be more consistent on YouTube, and this is it. We're back working on the SMJI. A lot more parts have showed up. Still waiting on the axles, which hopefully I will pick up today. But we have a lot more stuff we can start working on, so let's get to it. All right, I was given the news that the axles are ready. The lockers and gears were not done by us just because we don't have a ton of experience with that stuff. So we had a professional do it. The stuff we will be doing is the reassembly of everything else for the axle. So axle shafts, outer hubs, knuckles on the front Dana 60. Holy crap, guys. Axles are here. What a time that was. You can probably see how I'm sweating through my pants right now. Dana 60, 14 bolt. My wife helps me get these out of here, and like, this is concrete, but the edge into our driveway is gravel. So I couldn't use my engine hoist to get out there. I probably could have backed in, but there's so much stuff over here. Plus, didn't work out today, so we use that as an excuse. But don't have an extra dolly right now. It's being used. We have a dolly under that, so we're going to use that to get this bolted in, and then we can put our hubs on. I still have to buy a Woodruff key for this, so technically not final assembly. And then I have my hubs that'll go on this as well. So let's get to work. Realize this is going to take some time, especially by myself, and I don't want to record the entire thing because that would be really boring. So I'll get back with you guys when I get this thing in. Rear axle's in, loosely in. Got the hubs also loosely on, so I can mock up wheels and tires so we get the front up. Front axle is always the worst for some reason. I don't know what it is. It is in, a lot of finagling, but we're good to go. 14 bolt, good to go. So now I'm going to get the knuckles and hubs on here, figure that out because we're using these right here from East Coast Gear Supply. This is also going to give us an 8x6.5 bolt pattern, which is going to be awesome because I don't have to use these 8x170 to 8x6.5 because I didn't know I needed these until Ian told us that we needed these. Those knuckles down there, and then we can hopefully get this thing up in the air and some springs and shocks on it. For some reason I can only find 7 of these nuts, so that means I get to find one more, whether it's here or completely new one. I should just get new ones. We're basically done. Just kidding. Lots and lots to do. I'm gonna call it for a day right there. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I smell really bad, so I need to shower. My wife's not gonna let me in the house if I don't shower. So we're gonna call it there, come back out tomorrow, fresh day, fresh start, get a lot more work done. Morning, we're gonna pick up where we left off. I gotta take the tub off the engine hoist so I can use the engine hoist to lift this up to then get wheels and tires on the back. Wheels and tires on the front, so should be fun. Let's do it. Oh, come on. Turn the way I want you to turn. Come on. There we go. Motor's in. Good stuff. Update for you. Rear suspension is in. Springs, shocks, all Skyjacker stuff. Looks really good. I'm really happy with how it's sitting right now. And again, this is all stretched. So stretched 10 inches. These two are normally flipped on that side of this cross member. We cut them out really cleanly and we were able to put them in right here. So this normally sits right here. This normally sits right here. Now they're back here. Not looking forward to this. This is hard to do by yourself, the bed, but I don't really have a choice because I'm by myself. Like I've said a million times. But I have done this by myself before. I'm going to try. Scratch and stuff, but you know what? Can't see what I'm doing. Oh, we're on the whole Jeep. It's not me. Oh, come on. This is take 2. Jeep can't roll forward anymore. That was sketchy. Woo. Ah, that's the key. How it needs to go on. Bed is bolted down, not super tight, but loosely fit, and I'm already seeing things that I have to trim. Not worried about that, but gotta figure out what I want to do next. Probably fender, hood, my radiator's coming today, so need to fit all that stuff, but let's keep working. Put the camera down just to get some stuff done instead of focusing on filming. I know it might be annoying because you guys want to see the process, but fenders are on, grill is on. Had to trim these up a ton to make them fit. That's ugly, but hey, it works. It's kind of prettier than the other side, but it works. As for the front of this, I have that. That is a Harbor Freight universal winch mount that is going to get cut down and welded in between here. It'll act as a cross member. We will also have a bumper here, which will be an additional cross member. So I'm not gonna rely on that bumper, that thing as a cross member, because I don't know what kind of cheap metal it's made out of. But this is all looking really good. I'll probably have another cross member come underneath here just to keep this up and not sagging, because I think it needs to come up a little bit. But it is looking really good. We got a ton of room in here, like a lot of room. Radiator, electric fan. I'm not running a mechanical fan. And then all the accessories. We'll have plenty of room in here. I've got my stuff coming for my steering. So I'll have a shaft here, and I've got a piece of like steel stock steering shaft, whatever you want to call it, that we can use to go up to the steering column, which we will be using that purple one right there just because we have it and we don't have to change anything, and it's going to go in. That still has gas in it. It's been a wild past day and a half or since I picked up the phone last, and we've been hammering away at this. You can see I've got the Holley stuff pretty much wired in. There's maybe one or two things we're waiting on just to figure out. I've never done this before, so I'm learning. Radiator is in. Let me turn this around and show you guys. Unfortunately, because it's a JK frame and that steering box right there is in the way, I can't push the radiator back far enough so that I can run headlights. I had to take the headlights out and these turn signals out because I had to bring the radiator in or out, whichever way you want to say it, in order for it to fit. And I wanted to sink it down because it's still hitting the hood a little bit, which I can trim, but that's not a problem. But down here, you can see where we had to clearance for the steering box. We're good there. Radiator's good. It's bolted in pretty jankily until we get the right size hardware, but it's there. It's gonna be fine. I'm waiting on a knuckle for this end of the steering box, which should be here today. I've got my knuckle up here, and well, steering column's in, so everything is turning there. This is a 48 spline. I bought a 30 spline, so I had to return that and buy this one. Steering shaft, this is like a universal one that you can just buy and cut down, is right here. So I'm waiting to get my other knuckle for the steering box side, then we can put that in. I'm trying to think. Oh, TJ fuel tank, loosely fitted in. I ended up buying all the wrong fuel fittings, so I had to order all new ones. And I've been messing around with getting these on. This is the style you want that has this little cone-shaped thing in it. What I bought, I'll show you guys. These are, I guess, and if I'm wrong, I'm an idiot because I bought these not knowing. So these, come on, look like that. And this, I need to use, look like this. And this sits over that like that. So yeah, a bunch of stuff is getting delivered today, like truck water pump and some other things. So I'm waiting for that before I can start final assembly on the motor. Cab's got to come back off. Transmission has to come out because I bought a slip yoke eliminator for the 4L60. And then I also have to put the flex plate and converter in so that we can bolt up the transmission to the engine. Hopefully one last time. I got to cut some ears off on the transmission. Right. Oh, hard to see. Let's see. I got to cut those off to make clearance for the exhaust. And then our Valvetronic mufflers also showed up. My universal exhaust kit is there. Yeah, a lot of little things, but I'm hoping we have plenty of time, trial and error, to get this thing done. So I'm probably going to end the video here. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll pick this up wherever we start next. See you guys.